Janet Knox, a member of the Board of Directors, will now introduce this year's commencement speaker, Peter Sellars.
Peter Sellars is a theater and opera director, a teacher, and a social activist. His career has been dedicated to disproving the proposition that when politics comes through the door, art flies out the window. Mr. Sellars began his theater career while an undergraduate at Harvard with controversial and widely admired puppet productions. He received a MacArthur Fellowship at the age of 25, is known for his radical reinterpretations of operatic works by Mozart and Wagner, for his pioneering collaborations with composers John Adams and video artist Bill Viola. For him, the question in the arts is how one breaks through the walls that prevent most of us from engaging in our real environment and changing it, experiencing it totally, not through some membrane, but actually touching it. In his works as a director, curator, film festival programmer, but most importantly as a teacher, Mr. Sellars has dealt with issues such as the relationship between American drug policy and the incredibly high levels of incarceration of young Black men. Most recently, Mr. Sellars collaborated with the Brooklyn street dance collective Flexin in a powerful work at the Park Avenue Armory that included a frank discussion of solitary confinement of teenage suspects at Rikers Island. The deceptively simple question Mr. Sellars asks artists, has your work today made anyone else's life better, should resonate strongly with us here at SVA. It is my great pleasure to invite Mr. Sellars to the podium.
Thank you so much.
You're great.
Good morning, fabulous graduates. Hello, gorgeous people. Thank you for your gorgeousness and total inspiration. Wow. Hello. Good morning. Thank you. You are on schedule. We need you, and you've arrived. Correct. We're above the station. Your train is coming in. Hello. Hey, families, parents, thank you for bringing such inspirational people to a world that is hungry for inspiration. Thank you. And thank you, distinguished, brilliant, insightful, dedicated, beautiful faculty. Thank you for devoting your life to a future. Thank you. Sometimes parents think, oh no, my offspring have decided to become artists. What am I going to do? It's the worst. Actually, who would have thought it's the best, right? In the old days, you know, the devil was available when I was graduating, and Citibank was interviewing graduates right and left. Now, of course, look at those people. They've all been downsized, fired, or are under arrest. So what is actually cool is the highest employment rate is with people who study culture and the arts. Right, because there is stuff to do. Right now, the whole society is at this amazing point of total paralysis. You can't get anything to move forward in any field. And the result of removing the arts from education in the last 25 years of this country is the current Congress. A disaster. People are unable to communicate with each other. People can't reach across difference. People actually can't articulate and find a human way to describe what we need to accomplish next. Because what we're dealing with is not conservative or liberal, it is human. Enter the humanities. Hello? What it means to be able to articulate deeply, powerfully, and in new ways what our human potential is. And the fact that what we're facing is not from one culture or another culture. We have the same water crisis in Eastern Congo as in California. Right now, we all need to compare notes. We all have to become really gifted at translating across the lines, politically, socially, economically. And the solutions are going to have to be very creative because business as usual has collapsed. Right now, the premium is creativity. Is doing what hasn't been done before. Calling all artists. An ability to take something intangible and suddenly make people realize it is the most real thing on earth. What we face, the ugliness and brutality and stupidity of what we're facing every day, is obvious. Less obvious is how to see good. Most things that are good are invisible. And that's why we're trained as artists to look deeply into somebody's eyes, somebody's face, the shape of a leaf, what it means to look really deeply. Until you recognize that what most people see as catastrophe is powerful and the moment of transformation that we've been waiting for. Everything is actually changing all the time. You can't stop it from changing. The point is, can we energize, add to, and deepen the power of that change? And can we recognize the invitation to transformation, which is what we do as artists, is take change and move it towards transformation. The situation doesn't just have to be changed, it needs to be transformed. First of all, by recognizing where real limitations are, as human beings, what it means to be modest, know what your environmental footprint should be, and not just destroy the planet to get rich, but also to recognize what is immeasurable. Right now, the President, in his State of the Union address, thanks all young Americans for being scientists and mathematicians. Thank you, Mr. President. But none of those scientists or mathematicians can help you in Libya, help you really deal with drilling in the north of the Pacific, or help you with any question of right or wrong action. And weigh the moral costs. Or indeed, help you imagine a world where you don't just have to choose between Pepsi or Coke. Where if you want to help in Syria, and at the moment your list includes bombing, bombing, and bombing, maybe there are some other possibilities. Maybe you need to hire some cultural people to open up the alternatives and to say there's a better way to spend $20 billion a year. What we could do with $20 billion a year, which is what we spend in Afghanistan at the moment. The secret Syrian budget is not revealed. What would it be like to take that money and spend it positively, creatively, and humanely? And recognize where human potential is and how you unlock, support, and develop human potential. We're taught to revere scientific knowledge, and scientific knowledge is very simply everything that can be measured. But a lot of things can't be measured, and those things are the most important things in your life. The immeasurables are how much your grandmother loves you. You can't put a number on that. But in a West African village, the chair you sit on was carved by your grandmother. And every day you realize she's supporting you with her beauty, her love. And she sees your beauty and knows your beauty and is holding you. The immeasurables are love, compassion, courage, and generosity. You will always have all of each of those things that you need. They have no limits. But you have to really look to see where they are. They have to search inside yourself to find them, and you have to search inside others to find them. What we do as artists is search. Look deeply, look again, listen closely. Look and see what no one else has seen before. Listen and hear everything that people are not saying. Don't dare to say, don't know how to say, and need someone to help them articulate. What that deep looking is, what that moment of recognition is, that moment of unseen goodness, that as an artist you're able to invite the world to see, has to do with every single day imagining for yourself some really high agenda. You know, when you're an artist, when you wake up in the morning, no one says you have to be amazing today. You have to decide that yourself. You set your own standard of excellence every morning. And what you're carrying with you, no one else in the world can even imagine. You're the person that addresses every morning where the standard of excellence is. Step one is you look around and you say, what is missing from this picture? And your job is to put it there. Journalists can only see what's already there. Our job is to see what's not there yet. You start with that blank page, and by the end of the day, there's something on it that was not there before and that needed to be in this world. What is missing from this picture? What is not yet here? You are inviting it into the world. You're calling it. You're completing a larger picture. And that means you actually have to start with yourself. What is missing from your own life? Where are the holes? Where are the empty places? Where's the heartbreak? Where's the disaster? Where's the breakdown? Where's the incompleteness? Where is everything you struggle with? Thank God for that, because that is your work, that is your clay that you're sculpting in. Is everything you can't stand about yourself, everything you don't understand, everything you dislike is your clay. Welcome it, honor it, cherish every hole and broken thing in your life, because you will make all your work out of that. The difference between an artist and a politician is a politician tells you about what they think they know, which is usually wrong. An artist recognizes everything we don't know and says, my next work is about everything I don't understand. And what we're working with is what we don't understand. everything we doubt, we question, is the center of our work. That place of transformation is leading to a completely new economy. And congratulations, the old industrial revolution is over in your lifetime. Congratulations. Thank God for the internet. We are, I have to thank the CIA for that, not God, sorry. I think one of the most important things is this question of not CIA, in fact, but CSA, right? Which you all know, right? Community-supported agriculture, where you can actually be in touch with a farm and a farmer and have fresh vegetables delivered every Friday to your door in a box, and nobody poisoned the earth to grow them, and you can eat them, you're not actually eating active toxins. And you're not going to the supermarket, but your money is supporting someone who's taking care of the earth and doing the right thing, and you can taste the results. You can be in direct contact with the revolution in Chiapas and say, what do you need? You can be in direct contact with women making amazing textiles in North India, and they can be part of your life. We're now able to have our money support things we believe in, people we believe in, actions we believe in. We're in a new economy which is not driven by mass distribution, but by people being in contact. Now, of course, your computer is made by Chinese slaves. A drawback. And I would just add, the reality of that is quite serious. That is to say, we live in a time of the most amount of slavery in human history. There are many more slaves today than in the life of Abraham Lincoln. All over the world, people are more desperate than they have ever been and are selling themselves and their children at this moment. It is a level of human degradation unknown in the history of planet Earth, and it's during our lifetime. 100 years from now, people will say, didn't they notice? Did they have no idea really of what was going on? That zone of human degradation is what you're qualified to enter and again transform. And the absence of justice is what you are qualified to address, because art is about justice. Art is about drawing the line correctly. Art is about balance, equanimity, insight, and justice. What it means to bring justice in the world is to do something well, to do something beautifully, to do something with understanding, and to do something that invites deep balance, equilibrium. What I would like to do today is just, of course, praise you, but also emphasize, really, really emphasize. Don't take the jobs that are available. Create other ones. Anything for which there is a position available and funding, by definition, means it doesn't have to be done. Anything that is urgent, necessary, and must be done, there is no funding and there is no job. And so the task is, as I mentioned, the devil was available when I graduated, and a long spoon inviting us to work at Citibank. The devil got really tired, is exhausted, and you can graduate and not have the excuse that you have an evil job destroying the planet waiting for you. And in fact, you can devote your life to something you care about and love. The Greeks, who invented democracy for 5.5 minutes, that democracy was destroyed by one thing: money. Please, 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 you're born as artists, thank God, so you're not distracted by money. But in every single Greek play by Euripides, there is a speech where saying nobody could possibly confuse money and freedom. Right now, we live in a world that has elevated profit and denigrated value. Profit is everywhere, and value has been deeply damaged. What we stand for in the arts is not profit, but value. What it means to add value and meaning to everything we touch. The world right now is being presented every day as stripped of meaning. What does it mean to recognize, add to, and deepen the meaning of every action? That's our job as artists, is to put the meaning back. If I could just finally say two small hopeful things, I want to just leave you with the fact that anytime you're really deeply depressed and have no work, realize that is the blessing. Later, you'll have work and you'll have no time to think of anything. Realize the downtime is when you're drinking everything in. Realize the lowest moments in your life are what you're going to make your greatest work out of. Honor the moments where everything is not working. Those are the gifts. And when everything's working, question it. Because the future of the planet is not going to be with the rich. It never has been. Very smart and very wealthy people are fucking up the universe. The future of the planet is always and always will be with the poor. And that's why those Rembrandt portraits of poor elderly people living in a slum above him, when he couldn't get work, it had nothing else to do but just painted old people in a slum, but looked into their eyes, looked deeply into their eyes. And you could tell in those Rembrandt portraits how deeply he looked into their eyes. And painting some old out-of-work guy, and then at the bottom, he wrote, the prophet Jeremiah, Moses, Rebecca. And he realized these are holy figures. These rejected beings are sacred and are carrying with them the energy that keeps the planet going. We destroy the planet so many times over, except for this invisible good that keeps everything moving forward, that is never credited, never acknowledged. Please think of yourself as a human water treatment plant. Plant yourself in an area of greatest pollution, greatest amount of poison, greatest amount of toxins. Plant yourself there and be a tree. Every day, drink in the poison. Take in the poison. Take in all that carbon monoxide. And produce, like a tree, oxygen. Like a water treatment plant, 1 cup of water someone could drink. As an artist, your job is to inhale poison. Take it, all the poison, into yourself and turn it around, cleanse it, transform it. Offer it back, purify it. Create this space of possibility exactly in the space of dead end and despair. Because it's actually at the point of despair where the point of possibility is, because human beings don't actually change till things get so bad they have to change. So when people tell you how bad the world is, that's actually a sign that things are ready to change with your help, with your assistance. So hello, everyone. Thank you for your work. 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 And now comes the hard part. That was just school. Now it gets really hard. And your 7 things, right, are the seven Buddhist factors of enlightenment, just so you know them, right? The first one is mindfulness. Pay attention. Wake up, pay attention. Second one, investigation. Ask the question. That's what we do as artists, ask the question, and if you ask a better question, you will get a better answer. So ask really good questions that haven't been asked, and ask them brilliantly. Third big step, energy. Keep your energy up. Keep your energy up. Don't get all tired. Realize you pour yourself into it and you will get way more back if you're creative. Make sure all your hard work is creative so you don't get exhausted. But you're ecstatic, and your divine exhaustion puts you in the company of the gods. The next crucial step is joy. Don't get all angry. Keep your joy. Keep your joy every moment. Keep your joy. Particularly when it's frustrating, keep your joy. Keep your humor. Keep your wildness. Keep your freedom. Keep your joy. Absolutely crucial. And once you have your joy, find your ease. Things just don't always give by sheer willpower. In fact, it's not till you actually can sit back and find something easy also that it finally turns and gives. And the magic moment is when you find when it's easy after all the hard work. Once it's easy, you can be concentrated. Concentration is about focus. We live in a world of total distraction. You are disempowered every time you're distracted by everything. You are empowered as soon as you're focused. Right now, most art has been about the culture of distraction. One more thing to distract us. It is now about the culture of focus. Can we pay attention now, focus, and concentrate, and solve things? And then the final step, equanimity. Be gracious to the people who hate you and the people who love you. Thank God for the people who hate you. They're deepening your practice. Cherish them. Cherish your enemies. Recognize it as in Japanese martial arts, honor your opponent. Do not ever underestimate your opponent. Honor them, treat them as equals. What we want is equality. You have to treat the people you're fighting with equanimity as equals. You have to be thankful for everything difficult and for the things that are going your way. Total equanimity. And now, enjoy living a life of meaning, pleasure, and joy. Thank you.